Let's compare intermediate English speaking with advanced English speaking. We'll review a few inspirational quotes and what they mean using intermediate level English and also with advanced level English. Here's our first quote. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. This quote says a lot about life and success. We can talk about what it shows us about risk and opportunity, learning from failure, overcoming a fear of failure, taking initiative, and the importance of persistence and determination. Here's an intermediate level English summary of the quote. This straightforward quote reminds us of a simple truth. If you don't try, you surely won't succeed. You must take a shot to score a goal. Here's an advanced level English summary of the same quote. This quote is a succinct and powerful reminder of the significance of taking action and pursuing opportunities in order to achieve milestones. Here's what this quote says about risk and opportunity in intermediate level English. Taking a shot means taking a chance or trying something new, like starting a project, opening a business, applying for a job, or telling someone how you feel. Not doing anything means you won't succeed for sure, but taking a chance gives you a shot at success. Here's what this quote says about risk and opportunity in advanced English. Taking a shot, in the context of the quote, refers to taking a risk or pursuing an opportunity. It could be anything from starting a new project, launching a business, applying for a job, or expressing your feelings to someone. It acknowledges that inaction guarantees failure, while taking a chance opens the door to success. Here's what this quote says about learning from failure in intermediate English. The saying means that when you don't succeed at something, it's not always bad. It's just a normal part of trying new things. Every time you don't score, you get a chance to learn and get better. Mistakes can teach you important things and help you be more successful in the future. Here's what this quote says about learning from failure in advanced English. The quote implies that missing a shot isn't necessarily a negative outcome. It's a recognition that failure is a natural part of trying. Each missed shot provides an opportunity to learn and grow. Failures can be valuable lessons that contribute to personal development and future success. What this quote says about overcoming your fear of failure using intermediate level English. Often, people are scared that they might not do well or that they'll be rejected. This quote says you shouldn't let that fear stop you. If you don't try, you'll definitely miss out. It wants you to think of mistakes as something that slows you down, not as something that stops you forever. What this quote says about overcoming your fear of failure using advanced level English. Many people are held back by a fear of failure or rejection. This quote encourages individuals to overcome this fear by highlighting that not trying at all is a surefire way to miss out on potential success. It promotes a mindset shift where failure is seen as a temporary setback rather than a permanent defeat. What this quote says about taking initiative in intermediate English. The quote is saying that it's good to be proactive, which means taking charge and doing things yourself. Success often comes to people who make decisions and take action. If you just wait around without doing anything, you might miss good chances. But if you actively go after your goals, you're more likely to do well. What this quote says about taking initiative in advanced English. The quote underscores the importance of proactivity. It suggests that success often comes to those who are willing to take the initiative, make decisions, and take action. Passive waiting can result in missed opportunities, whereas actively pursuing goals increases the likelihood of positive outcomes. Here's what this quote says about persistence and determination using intermediate English. The quote means it's important to keep trying and to not give up. Success might not happen every time you try, but the more you keep trying, the better your chances are of succeeding. It wants you to stay strong and not let challenges stop you. Here's what this quote says about persistence and determination using advanced level English. Implicit in the quote is the idea of persistence. Success might not come with every attempt, but the more shots you take, the greater your chances are of hitting the target. It encourages individuals to stay determined and resilient in the face of setbacks. To summarize these points using intermediate English, this saying is like a cheer to remind you to grab chances, to not be scared of making mistakes, and to learn from tough times. It wants you to take positive actions to reach your personal and work goals. So think good thoughts and go after what you want with a can-do attitude. In advanced English, these points can be summarized like this. In summary, this quote serves as a motivational reminder to embrace opportunities, overcome the fear of failure, learn from setbacks, and take proactive steps towards personal and professional fulfillment. It's a philosophy that encourages a positive, action-oriented mindset in the pursuit of goals and aspirations. If you want to bring your own English from beginner to intermediate or from intermediate to advanced, use the link in the description below and download our 12 best strategies to improve your English. It's completely free, and we want you to use these tips to improve your English fluency and confidence. Quote number 2, it does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius. This quote, like the first quote we looked at, says a lot about what's important in life. Let's talk about several things it shows us about persistence over speed, consistency, overcoming challenges, having a long-term perspective, avoiding procrastination, and personal growth. Here's an intermediate level English summary of the quote. The main idea behind this quote is that not giving up and always moving forward are important. Here's an advanced English summary. This quote attests to the power of progress and that the essence of progress lies in perseverance and the importance of continuous effort. What this quote says about persistence over speed in intermediate English. Going slow or fast isn't the big deal. The quote says, what matters is moving ahead towards your goal, not how fast you get there. It suggests that moving forward is more important than the speed you're going. Here's what this quote says about persistence over speed in advanced English. The quote emphasizes that the speed of progress is not the critical factor. Whether you're making slow or fast progress, what matters is that you're moving forward. It suggests that the journey towards a goal is more important than the pace at which you travel. What this quote says about consistency using intermediate level English. The quote encourages a consistent, steady approach to getting things done. Even if the steps you take are small, as long as you keep moving, you're moving in the right direction. Steady progress over time can lead to big things. What this quote says about consistency using advanced English. The quote encourages a consistent and steady approach to achieving goals. Even if small steps are taken, as long as you keep moving, you're making progress. Consistency over time can lead to significant accomplishments. What this quote says about overcoming challenges in intermediate English. Facing hard times is normal, and this idea says it's okay if you're not going fast. What's important is being tough and not giving up. Even when things go wrong, the trick is to keep moving, change your plans if needed, and learn from what happens. What this quote says about overcoming challenges in advanced English. The idea that it doesn't matter how slowly you go implies that challenges and obstacles are expected along the way. The focus is on resilience and determination. Regardless of setbacks, the key is to keep going, adapting, and learning from the experiences. What this quote says about having a long-term perspective in intermediate English. This saying tells us to think about success in the long run. Important things take time and steady work. It says not to quit just because you don't see quick results. Here's what the quote says about having a long-term perspective using advanced English. This saying promotes a long-term perspective on success. It acknowledges that meaningful achievements often require time and sustained effort. It discourages the temptation to give up when immediate results are not apparent. What this quote says about avoiding procrastination using intermediate level English. This saying warns against waiting or stopping. It says it's worse to delay or quit than to go slowly. It wants you to keep doing things and not put them off. What this quote says about avoiding procrastination in advanced English. The quote highlights the danger of stopping or giving up altogether. Procrastination and inaction are viewed as more detrimental than slow progress. It encourages individuals to stay engaged in their pursuits. What this quote says about personal growth in intermediate English. Getting better as a person is like a trip. Even the little steps teach you things and help you become a better you. The journey is just as important as getting to the end. Here's what this quote says about personal growth in advanced English. The journey itself is seen as a valuable part of personal development. Every step, no matter how small, contributes to learning, self-discovery, and improvement. The process of moving forward is as significant as reaching the ultimate destination. To summarize all these points in intermediate English, to wrap it up, this saying from Confucius wants us to remember to keep trying, even if we're not going fast. It talks about staying strong, doing things regularly, and having a determined attitude when things get tough. The main idea is to keep going towards your goals, no matter how slow you go. To summarize all these points in advanced English, in summary, this quote from Confucius is a motivational reminder to focus on continuity of effort, even if progress seems slow. It speaks to the importance of perseverance, consistency, and a determined mindset in the face of challenges. The key message is to keep moving forward, no matter the pace, to achieve personal and professional goals. If you're enjoying this lesson, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see our future content. Quote number 3. There is only one way to avoid criticism. Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. Aristotle. Here is a summary of what this means in intermediate English. This saying means when you do something or say something, people might have good or not so good things to say about it. It's a strong way of reminding us that doing anything in the world can bring both praise and criticism. Don't ignore criticism completely. It's better to use it as a chance to learn and grow. Figure out which criticism is helpful and which is just being mean. This way you can get better in your personal and work life. Here's a summary of what this means in advanced English. This quote encapsulates the idea that any form of action or expression is likely to attract both positive and negative feedback. While the quote presents a somewhat extreme perspective, it serves as a reminder that any form of engagement with the world involves the risk of criticism. Instead of avoiding criticism altogether, a more constructive approach is to learn from feedback, differentiate between constructive criticism and baseless negativity, and use it as an opportunity for personal and professional development. Let's break down the parts of this quote. Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. Do nothing in intermediate English. If you decide to do nothing to avoid criticism, it means you're not doing anything important. You won't take risks, aim for goals, or do the things that help you grow. You might escape criticism, but you'll miss out on becoming a better person. Do nothing using advanced English. If you choose to avoid criticism by doing nothing, it implies a life of inaction. By refraining from taking risks, pursuing goals, or engaging in any meaningful activities, you might escape criticism, but at the cost of personal and intellectual growth. Say nothing in intermediate English. If you choose to stay quiet and not to say what you think, it may help you avoid criticism, but it also means you won't get to talk in conversations, share your thoughts, or make a positive impact on things. Say nothing in advanced English. Staying silent and refraining from expressing opinions is another way to minimize criticism. However, it also means foregoing the opportunity to contribute to conversations, share your perspectives, and potentially influence positive change. Be nothing using intermediate English. If you try to be nothing, it means not being yourself or having your own identity. If you just follow what everyone else is doing without showing who you really are, you might avoid criticism, but you'll miss out on expressing yourself and being true to who you are. Be nothing in advanced English. The notion of being nothing suggests avoiding any form of identity or individuality. If you conform to societal expectations without asserting your own values or beliefs, you may reduce the likelihood of criticism, but it also comes at the expense of self-expression and authenticity. To summarize this quote in intermediate English, basically the quote says it's good to take part in life, even if it's hard. It's about getting better and showing who you are, instead of worrying too much about what other people might say. Criticism is normal when you do things that matter and when you're being yourself. To summarize this quote in advanced English, in essence, the quote encourages individuals to embrace the challenges that come with being active participants in life, valuing personal growth and self-expression over the desire to avoid criticism at all costs. It underscores the idea that facing criticism is often a natural consequence of taking meaningful actions and expressing oneself authentically. Let us know in the comments section what you think of the differences between all of these intermediate and advanced English comparisons. Is advanced English better, or do you prefer the simpler words used with the intermediate English? If you're looking for a place to practice your own English speaking, check our website, englishperfectus.com, and see how we can help. Until next time, keep learning, and we'll talk soon.